morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who is watching this, whether you are watching this live or watching the replay. I thank you and welcome you back to Motivational Moments with Coach Tami. And guess what? I am Coach Tami. And for this month, I want to encourage us to talk about perseverance. That's going to be our theme for this month. Perseverance. And I want to start off with talking about the power of small steps, the incredible power of small steps. Because the truth of the matter is, in the world that we live in today, we often feel pressured to achieve great things instantly. Like everybody wants everything right now. We see success stories splashed all over social media, on TikTok, on Facebook. Like we are overwhelmed with the seeming stories of people who have got success just overnight and instantly. And some of us might start believing that progress has to be swift and monumental. But here's the truth. The truth is real lasting success is often built on the foundation of small, consistent steps. Let me say that again for somebody. Small, consistent steps. Think about the mighty oak tree, right? An oak tree starts as an acorn buried in the soil, gradually growing roots and pushing towards the sky. It doesn't become the mighty oak tree that we see overnight. It takes years and years of steady growth, of watering, of being fed and being nurtured. So let me tell you, in the same way, our dreams, our goals require patience, dedication, and the perseverance to take small steps every day. It is about being intentional and consistent, about reaching the goals, about fulfilling the vision, for fulfilling the purpose that God has given you. I'm going to say it again, that it's intentional, consistent, small steps. For example, think about learning a new skill, whether you want to learn playing a new instrument, mastering a sport, acquiring a new language. The initial stage is often filled with mistakes and slow progress. So let me just help you. And I'll get to this in another motivational moment this month. But let's not throw away our mistakes. Stop getting caught up in the fact that you made a mistake. If I could be honest with you, you won't see this in this video, but even in recording this video, I've made some mistakes. And guess what we had to do? We edit them out and I keep going. I want somebody to be encouraged that even when you make a mistake, although, depending on what it is, you may not be able to edit it out, right? But you can certainly keep going. You can certainly throw it away, learn from it, and just say, you know what? I'm not going to let this mistake stop me. I'm going to keep going. Each practice session, again, whatever skill it is that you're trying to learn, each practice session, no matter how small, you make improvement. When you are consistent and intentional, you will see improvement. Over time, those small efforts compound, and suddenly we realize we have come a long way. So I encourage you to embrace the journey. Don't get disheartened by the perceived slowness of your progress. Because let us look at that, even the old school tortoise and hare story that we used to read in school, right? The hare took off running, going fast and seemingly beating the tortoise. But guess what happened? Because of the swiftness and the velocity that the hare was going, before it reached the finish line, it ran out of steam because it was going too fast. The progress was too harsh on his little body. He was so focused on just beating the tortoise that when his goal should have been reaching the finish line. And that's a nugget too, right? Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make sure we're doing things better than the next person that we forget the goal is really just to complete your own race. The goal is really just to fulfill your own purpose. The goal is to do the work that God has given you. The goal should never be to be better than your brother or sister. The goal should be completing the race that God has given you, doing the work that God has given you, reaching your own personal goal line. But the hare was so focused on beating the tortoise, he didn't even get to finish the race. He didn't even get to the finish line. But you had the tortoise who was going slow, and everybody was like, "Come on, man, pick up the speed. You're gonna lose, and you're not gonna amount to anything. He's beating you." But the tortoise just moved, made his slow progress, and what happened? He wound up winning the race. So I want to tell you, don't be discouraged because you feel like the progress is too slow, or it's not as fast as this one, or you're not as accomplished as the next person. Keep making your strides. Keep making your progress. Celebrate every small victory, because every small victory is the building block to your ultimate success. Remember again, the tortoise who won the race, it wasn't because he was the fastest, but because he was the most persistent. So on this motivational Monday, in this moment, I want to encourage you to keep moving forward, one step at a time, and you will eventually reach your destination. Persevere and let the power of small steps lead you to your greatness. I hope that was helpful to somebody. Have a great and blessed day on today, and we will see you next week for our next motivational moment.